Hi, dear loves. This is Nicole, and I just wanted to give you a quick reminder on the energy that you'll feel during the weeks of October 9th through October 22nd. And I invite you to view the spiritual guidance for those 2 weeks. It is titled under the Super Full Moon in Aries spiritual guidance, and this is a tremendously emotional time. And on October 9th, we are moving from this phase of our new beginning, the beautiful seeds that we planted on the Libra new moon, September 30th and October 1st, wherever you are in this beautiful world. And it's that passion that we're bringing into this week, October 9th. It's that passion for building this new beginning and strengthening our cause, perfecting these new ways, these new forms to fortify our structure, to redesign. And there's contentment in the air, there's resistance in the air, but there's that need to move past the status quo and above and beyond the worn out patterns and behaviors that have really given so much hesitation towards this new beginning and moving forward. Embracing this new element and achieving its truth is seeing that beautiful brilliance in your potential. And so as we move towards the week of October 9th, we have seen this resistance surface last week, and the residual energy will still be here this week. So that struggle of moving past what needs to go, what no longer serves you, or what never has, and who needs to go in your life. Remember, our energy is always changing. We are spiritual souls first, and then we are born into this human earthly existence. And so be invested, have your sense of purpose strong, and know that these old forms, patterns, habits will no longer work. And through that struggle is being vulnerable to that element of change. Being vulnerable enough to say, you know what, I'm afraid. I'm scared to go on this new path, but I know that Spirit is guiding me forward, and I'm going to embrace it. Because I know that in my soul, I can do this. And dear loves, you can do this. And so as we move into the first quarter moon phase on October 9th, this is representing that time where we see the leaves and the branches begin to sprout on our seedling. And our seedling, the stalk is very strong now, and that ground around it was very harsh. And now we've been nurturing it. We have been making new steps towards our path. We've been retweaking or tweaking, modifying the different things that we've had to pour out as effort to reach our dream, to manifest the vision that we invested our energy in on the new moon. And so at this time, we're achieving those goals, and we're seeing those baby steps begin to surface. And that is the leaves and those are the branches that we see. And so now it's a new form, a new way of walking. And this is amongst that resistance that's still there, and this is putting in that effort into your reality, even in the face of that resistance. And so some of you have been feeling out of sorts, out of body, uncomfortable in your own skin. And you've met this resistance head on. And some of you have felt it, you know, as a verbal attack. And I pray against the physical attacks. And we've seen this tremendous surge of resistance and emotional, tumultuous energy. The volcano has erupted already as far as the hurricane we're seeing. And so I encourage you through your phase to be the willful builder, to be the construction company to the Fortune 5, you know, to really pull in deep, pull in the spirit of the Most High and breathe it in. Breathe in that love, because it is unconditional and is the highest form of energy that you can receive. And you have it at your disposal. You need not accept lower level energy when Divine Source says, you know, you're my child. And I want you to succeed. I want you to prevail. And that is your blessing. And I want you to grab it because God wants you to grab it. And as your personal and private spirit guide and your spiritual life coach, I'm telling you that you can succeed at this. You can reach victory, and you will. Through that struggle, through that feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm scared, I'm afraid. Is this the right thing to do? Ask yourself, are you receiving inner turmoil as you take each step forward? Or are you moving away from the inner turmoil? And I want you to really ask yourself that. And that answer is what will propel you closer to your success, whether it be strengthening a relationship with your children, with your spouse, with your parents, with your neighbors, whether it be getting your house in order, getting your relationship house in order, getting your family in order, that structure, whether it be getting yourself in order, getting it together, you know, whether it be getting in the right position at your job. What is it that you need to be doing to pull in more income? What is it that you need to be doing to be happy, to go to work with a smile on your face, to be that chipper person that works next to you that, you know, personally or privately you kind of borderline despise but admire because he or she comes to work with a smile on their face? What is it that you need to do to move forward to that inner peace that exudes such happiness and joy that everybody sees it and everybody is affected by your love? As we move into the week of October 16th, that full moon is right there. And we will have felt that difference between staying in the status quo and letting all of that old go away that has kept you stuck and settling. Okay, that has kept you stuck in relationship, settling for less than, settling for situations, relationships, circumstances that are beneath you. And the expansive blessing that's ahead of you. And you're going to feel that need to perfect it. But guess what? Within that, and this is very key, because this is where a lot of us, I feel, give in to that change and stay back in the status quo. This is the make it or break it time for me as a spirit guide. In this moment, right before the 15th and 16th, so I feel right around the 13th. 13th is a karmic spiritual number that says you are done. You are ready to move into a new relationship. That's 13. 13 is karmic. 13 has had a negative connotation to it in some sacred text, but most, I feel, 13 is recognized as that release, that going into that new beginning, and the blessing. So this is in relationship. Around that time on the 13th, I feel you really are going to have that talk with yourself to say, you know, this isn't serving me. Maybe I do need to step back and not jump into a next intimate relationship with someone else before I'm healing totally from the last one. What are the lessons I've learned? I can't keep going on like this, so I want to strengthen myself, my value, my resolve, and my knowledge before I engage another on such an intimate level. I'm going to enjoy myself and my connection with Source. Whatever that is saying to you around the 13th, embrace it, because that's the truth coming in. And at that moment, you're going to feel inner contentment, I feel. There's going to be that hesitation because the fullness of the full moon is coming and you're going to feel it. You're going to know it's right there and it's getting ready to hit. And so you're bracing yourself and your spirit is struggling with your human ego. So around the 13th, you know, I want you to keep in mind, I want you to keep in soul, that 13th, that day signifies that release. Okay? That's that I'm gaining victory over fear. I'm gaining victory over doubt. I'm gaining victory over not believing in myself. I don't care if no one else believes in me. I believe in me. Because this is about me. That's the attitude that I want you to have. And I want you to own it. Okay? I want you to feel that power come from within. Because, honey, divine source lives within each and every one of us. That is your inner voice. It's spirit. That's the love that lives inside of you. Honey, that's the most illumined. Speaking through you, to you, for you, and about you. And your ego will try to fight every single time. Because your ego is what you were born into. And so, as you prevail, because you absolutely are going to prevail, you will move towards the full moon with strength and power. And when you need to cry it out, because that shows your authenticity, that shows your vulnerability. And there's nothing more attractive than showing what really lives inside of you. And we know that that is divine source. And so as we embrace that emotional time, remember that your theme is I am. I am powerful. I am confident. I am ready. I am embracing change. I am meant to succeed. I am more than my circumstances. I am above and beyond the lower level energy that tries to meet me head on. I deserve. I am worthy. I am a high value woman. I am a high value man. And I will not settle for less. That is your theme. You will obtain that new project. You will obtain that new promotion. You will obtain that new relationship. You will obtain that renewal of relationship. You will obtain spiritual enlightenment and spiritual awakening on a soul level that will far surpass any doubt and anything that needs to leave you. As you move through the week of October 16th, there's an awareness. It may be a heightened, intense passion that turns into fussing with each other. Stop it before it begins by knowing that, okay? So emotions are intense, whether it's sad or whether it's anger. But understanding where those emotions are coming from is key. That is your gold nugget right there. Being in control of your emotions. If that means you need to walk away at that moment, then walk away because we've seen in our spiritual guidance, okay, remember the video, Super Full Moon in Aries, spiritual guidance for the 2 weeks, that volcano is there and it will erupt. Let that volcano erupt in warm water. Let it be a warm spring that erupts out of the beautiful Mother Earth. Okay, don't let it be that hot lava that burns and singes the next person and yourself and disintegrates the relationship and the bond that you've worked so hard for. As you move through the week of October 16th, you will know the influence that you have on others and the influence they have on you. Remember to seek balance in that relationship harmony, and remember that you can achieve that very vision that you were working so hard to manifest, and know that Spirit is on the other side working on your behalf. Okay? You've got this. You are a spiritual superstar. You are a spiritual superstar. And I want you to say that I am a spiritual superstar. I shall prevail. I am a spiritual superstar, and I am worthy of more. I am a spiritual superstar, and I am empowered by divine source. I am meant to succeed, and I shall succeed. I will gain victory in the face of resistance, for in that moment I will have obtained my spiritual awakening and soulful wisdom. Many blessings, my dear loves. We've got this. We've got this. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.